What up guys, Mike Gross here, rockinguitarlessons.com and youtube.com/rockinguitarlessons1. That's the Offspring with Gotta Get Away. Takes me back to the 90s when I first started teaching guitar, and everyone was bringing in Nirvana and Pearl Jam and Soundgarden and the Offspring. Those would be the top four, I'd say. Ask any guitar teacher, the top in the 90s. And I'll just leave it at that. How cool would it have been though, man, to teach in the 80s? How cool. Malmsteen, Matthias Jabs from the Scorpions, Dave Meniketti, Randy Rhoads, 𝐂𝐄𝐒, Zakk Wylde for that matter, Dimebag Darrell, Brad Gillis, Jeff Watson, Joe Satriani, Steve Vai. The list goes on. But it's okay, because music is music and it's good. And everything musically seems to go through cycles, and a lot of the 80s stuff is being very appreciated now. It's awesome. So, but I like the Offspring, don't get me wrong. I think this is a great song. It's a killer song. So you want to tune flat, so half step down, natural harmonics, fret 5 on the D string 2 times. Then go first finger 7G, middle finger 8B. Hit those and then rest with your pick. So stop it from ringing, in other words. And then do it again. And then go 7G, 7B, bar it. You could bar it from the get-go and go. Sounds like hot-blooded. So we have. Then go first finger 4G, middle finger 5B. Hit those 2 strings and let them ring for a measure, which means 1, 2, 3, 4. Then start it over with the harmonics on 5D. Do the 7G, middle finger 8B. Rest with your pick hand. Hit it again, G and B. Did I say G and B on that? Yeah, it's G and B. And then go pinky to 10B, and you leave your first finger on the 7G. And then go to 4G, 5B. And I know sometimes I go fast. I need to be aware of that, you guys. Just remind me once in a while. But you can always grab the slide bar and rewind it back. But I'll try and keep that in mind, you know. So we have. Then you start that whole thing over. Those are called natural harmonics right here, okay? 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Live they do this pick scrape, which I think sounds cool in there. If you haven't done a pick scrape, little things, man. People forget to explain this. Pick scrape's used a lot in rock and metal and punk, that type of thing. But you can use it in anything. Country now is kind of a mixture of rock, so I've heard it in there too. Take the pick, I'll just briefly explain it, and dig it into the E and the A string, balance it on those and go. Okay, so little thing. You don't even have to throw that in there, but live they do it. Then we go, I'm going to show you 2 parts to this, okay? Power chords and octaves. Open E twice, and then we're going to go 5A, index, 7D. I use my pinky for that. Hit those, hit the A and the D string twice, and then repeat that. So it's, and then we're just going to move that power chord up to the 7th and 9th fret and do the exact same thing. Then we're going to move it a step and a half, which means 3 frets up to the 10th and 12th fret. This time we're going to do it 1 time through, not twice. And then move that up a whole step to 12 and 14 and do that once. And then the octaves with the low E ringing through on it, which sounds very cool by the way. Octave just means it's the same note. So we're going to play the low E. Actually there's 2 octaves in here. And then we're going to hit the 7th fret on the A string. That's another E note. We're going to angle that first finger and mute out the D string. And then put pinky or 3rd finger on 9G. That's another E. So it's 3 E's. And make sure the D string's muted. Okay? It almost sounds like a harmonic, but you won't hear that in the. So strum E, D, or E, A, D, G 3 times. Then move that octave up to the 8th and 10th fret. And hit the same amount of strings, E through G. back to the 7 and 9, back to the 8 and 10, back to the 7 and 9, twice. So it's octaves are fun, man. They're cool. They look like power chords, but you're skipping the string. So anyways, The Offspring, Gotta Get Away is a song, tuned flat. Watch my website, rockinguitarlessons.com. That's coming, should be here by September. But don't quote me on it. But I'm just throwing that out there. I keep sticking my foot in my mouth with that, but I'm sorry, guys. It's coming soon. We got some, just got to get some more content available for you guys. It's $20 a month, going to be very affordable. And my YouTube channel is youtube.com/rockinguitarlessons1. If you're not subscribed, go subscribe now. You can make requests, and I'll get your requests to you. If you have questions, I'll answer them for you. I will not leave you hanging. I want to help take your guitar playing to the next level, and I vow to do that, man. My subscribers that I have, you guys are rad, man. Way cool. Appreciate each and every one of you, your encouragement and everything. By the way, 𝐂𝐒𝐒𝐍𝐒, go check him out. RAGGYRAGSDALE. And that's youtube.com/𝐂𝐒𝐒𝐍𝐒. A good friend of mine on YouTube that I met. He's a good guy. Go show him some support. I just like watching this channel, man. Something about it is just soothing and relaxing. And I don't have a lot of free time in my days, but I find time for him. Anyways, appreciate you, Raggy-Doo, and love guitars. You're one of my first subscribers, dude. You're awesome. I think Mark's his name. Methab, not Methlab. 191171. Joined on board not too long ago. I know I'm going to leave some out. I shouldn't list them, but you guys are awesome. We'll talk to you later. One last thing that I forgot to explain about little things. When you're playing this part, see how my first finger's going up and touching that low E because you don't want it to go. So it's the subtle little things, but they're important. And then right here don't matter. Oops. Actually, on that part, you want to hear the E.
Alright, we'll see you guys. Bye bye now.